Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shona.
And tonight we're going to do a review of Knob Creek 12 Year.
Yep.
We picked it up, about 2 weeks ago. It wasn't easy to find. It's not an allocated product, but we've been looking for a couple months for it, and we just happened to be walking through a store and it was sitting behind something. So we grabbed it. This will be our first time tasting it tonight. Knob Creek is a product of Jim Beam. It is a 100 proof bourbon. The mash bill on Knob Creek 12 is 77% corn, 13% rye, 10% malted barley. It is a little bit higher in cost. It retails at $69.99, and here in Ohio we're fortunate, I guess, to be able to pay retail. The wheel is back tonight, so Sean will be trying to rack up more points on me.
I believe currently I'm up by 4.
I believe that is right.
Yep. Hopefully you can catch, well, you won't be able to catch me tonight, but maybe you can.
Yeah, there's only 3 pennies. I won't catch you. Hopefully I can close the gap though.
Well, I am anxious to try this. I will say when we very first tried the 9 year, and this is the neck pour too, but when we first tried the neck pour of the 9 year, we had to go get ice for it. But since then, and since it's been opened up, we've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we do enjoy it. It really changed after it was opened and after we had the neck pour out of it.
So I did open this up probably about an hour ago, and tried to get it to breathe some.
Well, let's hope.
And that way, hopefully, we can get a good tasting tonight.
So, without further ado,
here we go.
Let's see what we've got.
You can, on the nose, the first thing I get is the alcohol burn.
Yes,
a little
heat.
bit.
Yeah, you get a little heat.
But then you can pick up some sweeter smells.
Gotta take your word on that.
You can definitely taste the spices.
Lots of spice.
Lots of spice.
Some charred oak.
I will say this isn't like the 9 year. I don't have to go get ice for it instantly. It does have some heat.
I'll tell you what I'm getting, and I don't know if you did this when you were kids or not. We used to soak toothpicks in cinnamon oil, and I get that that's the cinnamon flavor I'm getting. It's warm.
Yeah.
But definitely cinnamon. I can tell you it's a whole lot different first reaction from when we first had the 9 year.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty convinced on that cinnamon. I'm going to go with that.
I was going to go with black pepper. I'm not getting the cinnamon like you are. Definitely a spice.
Now, I've got to be honest.
I mean, I could just go rye, but
Most everything I'm getting is on the finish
no.
for me.
I started to pick up a little bit of the sweet. I'm going to taste it again, but I'm going to go back to my leather. I have to get you a piece of leather to chew
You
on.
have to, yeah, so that I know what you're talking about.
It's in the aftertaste, actually. The finish, it's just, that's what I'm picking up. I might change my mind after I sip it a couple more times, but
It's fine, you're allowed.
so on our board, we are calling like the charred oak, the toasted oak, correct? Because I am picking up definitely the char of the oak.
Getting a little bit of, I don't know how I can let you know what it is. I'm
Apple.
going to say apple.
Oh, your tail, so you can use that little point there. See?
Oh, perfect. So far, overall, that's really a nice pour. I can't get over how different that is from the 9-year initial.
Yeah. I am picking up some vanilla. But I'm still getting the leather and the black pepper and the oak.
You're out of pennies.
I know. But I just want to state that there is vanilla. And I almost want to say, I feel like I'm getting almost a chocolate. Just like a dark chocolate.
Yeah, I might get a little bit of that, but I feel like I'm getting a caramel too.
I mean, overall, it is a good pour. $69.99. I don't know.
I guess here's how you compare that maybe. $69.99 here in Ohio. That's only $6 more than a bottle of Blanton's. So would you be more apt to spend $63 on a bottle of Blanton's? That's a decent pour, or $69, and there's a lot going on in this pour.
It has been some time since I've had a pour of Blanton, so before I could say that, I
You'd
would
have
want
to
to
try it.
taste it. Yeah. I do recall last week when we did the $30 to $40 show, and all four pours were exceptional
They were.
for the $30 to $40 range. And probably for the next couple weeks, I'm going to be comparing everything to that. But I mean, there is a lot going on. But I do have, it's not really a surprise because you knew I did it right before the show. After we figure this out, see who gets the points and stuff. We were actually going to compare this to the 9-year.
Yep, we're going to go ahead.
Because the 9-year is also 100 proof, and it's only $39.99.
Big
$30
difference.
cheaper.
Yeah, big difference.
9-year, you can go in any shelf and get it pretty much.
And I think last week that did very well in
Yeah.
our comparison.
Where the 12-year, you're going to be hunting it. So, one, is it worth hunting? And is it worth $30 more? That's what. It is a good pour. I'm not saying it's not.
Maybe premature to ask this, but would you buy that again? Because you found it.
And I was excited.
too early to tell?
Yeah, because I want to taste the 9-year alongside it.
I'm just saying, maybe you need to have a couple more pours out of that before you can make that call.
Yeah, I agree, because just like the 9-year, it opened up and it was really good. I think you have all your pennies placed though, right?
Yeah, mine are all placed.
And I don't think I'm going to move mine. You can pick up multiple flavors in this, so I'm anxious to read the tasting notes because I did feel it was full of flavor.
I don't know what you're going to find, but I feel like we could have probably put another
Two or
three pennies
yeah.
a piece on there.
And I will say that the finish, it stays on your tongue. I mean, it's lasting.
It does, but I feel like it mellows out. The flavor stays there, but that burn mellows out.
Yeah. Okay. So I could not find tasting notes on Knob Creek's.
Okay.
So I'm at a review. And so I'm just going to go ahead and read what's on the nose. An expressive nose starts things off. Toasted oak, vanilla, caramel, and fresh baked bundt cake are present. And then on the palate, you have rich oak combined with a hint of leather pops. Leather pops right away. See, I am glad there's other people who have chewed on leather in this world. And then searching deeper and sweeter touches of vanilla, which I had said but I didn't put it on there. Sweeter touches of vanilla, marshmallow, along with white pepper. However, I put black pepper. We don't have a white pepper. Can I have that one?
Sure, I'll give you that. Why not?
Okay. It's a refined and complex palate, tames the ethanol found on the nose, yet uses every bit of the 100 proof to pull forward. On the finish, the spicier flavors of black pepper, so black pepper is in there, tobacco leaf, leather, and oak. But I have toasted oak. It doesn't say anything about charred oak, so I'm not going to take that point because it doesn't say char. So I'm not seeing caramel, apple, or cinnamon on here. However, caramel is on the nose. So I'll give you one.
Thanks. And you had all three, right?
Well, I'm not going to take toasted oak because it just says oak. It doesn't say anything about charred oak or anything like that.
Well, that's exciting because I've only lost 1 point tonight.
Yeah.
Where normally I lose 2 to 3.
Yes. So even though the caramel was on the nose, I feel
I'm going to take it as a win.
you need to take that
Taking
one.
that as a win.
So I am up 5. But at least I'm not up 6.
Right, which could have very easily been.
And so I think the next time that we do this show, like this show, I am going to bring you a surprise before the show. Or
a piece of leather.
a piece of leather so that you can chew on it.
So, with that all being said, do we want to slide this out of the way and bring in the
Actually, just
9?
bring down the 9 and we'll just do a little comparison. Side by side. So we can determine what we think. Yeah, we could have different opinions on this.
Good.
Right off the bat, the 9-year is sweeter than the 12-year, to me. Now, both are 100 proof. The mash bills are very, very similar. The 12-year has 77% corn, and the 9-year has 75% corn. And so the difference is made up in the barley, the malted barley. So basically the same mash bill.
Yeah, they're both 13% rye.
Yeah. They're very similar. I mean,
They are, and I'll tell you that that didn't hit my palate the same way this time as it did when we first opened that bottle. However, last week when we did the comparison, it was better to us then than it was originally. So that's not really a surprise. But they are very similar.
it's just basically 3 more years in the barrel.
And I don't know. I'm going to try the 12 again. Honestly, right now, side by side, drinking one after the other, I don't know that I could pick them apart. And I know that's hard because you've got it on your palate.
Here's what I can tell you. Based on my palate, and everybody's palate's different. The 9-year, when it hits my tongue, it's sweeter. Still finishes with that slight burn, still get the oak, all that. Everything else is very similar. Besides the fact that it's a little bit sweeter when it hits my tongue. The 12-year, I feel has just, and I know that the tasting notes didn't say it, has more of the oak prominent in it, which makes sense since it was aged 3 more years. But the finish is, I feel, a little bit lingering, and so I guess it's a little bit fuller bodied than what I would say the 9-year is.
Which would make sense.
However, they taste pretty much the same, in my opinion. They're different, but the same, if that makes any sense. So, me personally, and you know, this bottle could open up some more and I could completely change my mind down the road. However,
I know what you're going to say.
for $30 more
Right now. Yeah.
Me personally, knowing that the 9 years available for $30 cheaper, I'm going to go to the 9-year. I probably wouldn't hunt the 12-year again.
I think for no more difference than what we're seeing right now in those 2 bottles, I do feel there's a lot more going on with the 12-year, but overall the flavor is so similar. I feel like I get maybe a little bit more brown sugar out of the 9.
That's the sweetness I
Yep.
think I'm talking about, yes.
And I'm still, even though you didn't read it in the notes, I'm still saying that's cinnamon. I think I agree. For $30 difference right now, and we can walk in and find the 9-year pretty easily.
Absolutely.
I've looked on OHLQ's website. 12-year is around in Ohio. It's nowhere near us. But, we went 3 hours away to get it.
Right.
So, it's good. It really is good, and I'm glad we have it, and we're going to enjoy it while we have it.
Both very good pours.
But for $30 difference, I don't know. I think I would. I think I'd go to the 9-year. Like I said, that we'll enjoy the 12 while we have it.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm not saying that we won't get another one if we find it, like if that one's getting low.
Well, and look how this changed between
Right.
the neck pour and the next time we had it. So all we've had now is a neck pour. So, you know, maybe if we revisit that in a couple weeks, it'll be a little different. But
Yeah.
what we have right now to compare to, there's just not that much. There's not $30
There's not,
difference.
not $30 difference, no.
No,
Well, this is a good comparison.
it was. I enjoyed it. That was a good one.
Yes. So next time we do this, I'll have leather for you to chew on.
I'm looking forward to chewing on leather so that I can start putting a penny up there.
Yeah. Yeah, because until you can taste it,
Yeah, because I mean, I could just, you know, if you put a penny up there, I could say, oh yeah, I get that. Okay, guys. So I don't know what we'll do on the next show. We haven't really talked about any further than tonight. We've talked to some friends about some different things.
I think we do have something exciting coming
Do we?
up. We do.
What would that be?
Well, you've put a lot of research into something, and we got something delivered, and I don't know if it'll be tomorrow night or Tuesday.
Probably in the next couple nights.
I would say probably Tuesday.
We're going to make a cocktail.
Yes.
We're going to go away from the comparison or the reviews and do a cocktail, and we're going to smoke it.
That's right.
Something we've been wanting to try is a smoked cocktail, and I've done a lot of research, and I landed on a smoker, which I've ordered, and it's here. We have not opened it. We haven't tried it, so we'll see. We're going to do all that. We're going to do all that in an episode with everybody. So that's coming. That'll probably be our next video.
Yep.
In the next day or two. So I think that's all we have for tonight. If you'd hit the subscribe button and the like button, guys, we'd appreciate it. And we will see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everybody.